John here. Listen, I'm standing here looking at the wires, looking at the transaction logs, and I am absolutely fuming. I'm not even going to sugarcoat this for the everything is fine crowd. We just watched a massive gaping hole on our offensive line stay open while a perfect homegrown solution walked right into the arms of Jim Harbaugh and the Los Angeles Chargers. Brian Gutekunst just let a golden opportunity slip through his fingers. And if you care about Jordan Love's blindside, if you care about the stability of this pocket in the postseason, you need to hear why this specific miss is going to haunt us. I have 3 massive reasons why the Tyler Biadasz move, or lack thereof, is a catastrophic failure of timing by this front office. And by the end of this, you'll see exactly how this ripples through our entire draft strategy and the safety of QB1. This isn't just a missed signing, it's a philosophical breakdown at 1265 Lombardi Avenue. Before we get into this, hit that like button and subscribe to Packers Perspective. We're pushing toward 1,000 subscribers, and I only want the diehards in here. If you bleed green and gold and you want the truth even when it's ugly, you're in the right place. Here is the reality of the situation, and it's a bitter pill to swallow. Ian Rappaport just confirmed that the Chargers locked up center Tyler Biadasz on a 3-year, $30 million deal. Now, on the surface, some of you might say, John, it's just a center. Why are you losing your mind? Because this wasn't just any center. Biadasz is a Wisconsin kid. He's a Badger. He understands the frozen tundra. He was a unanimous All-American in our own backyard. But more importantly, he was a cap casualty release from Washington, meaning he wouldn't have cost us a single thing in the compensatory pick formula. Gutekunst loves his comp picks like they're his own children, yet he stood by while a Pro Bowl caliber center who gave up only 3 sacks last year signed for a very reasonable $10 million a year elsewhere. And honestly, this surprised me. It didn't just surprise me, it disappointed me. We are sitting here with Elgton Jenkins likely moving or being a cap question mark, Sean Ryan hitting the market, and a massive void at the pivot. We needed stability. We needed a guy who could identify blitzes for Jordan Love as he enters the most critical window of his career. Instead, we got silence from the front office while the Chargers got better. My take as a fan who watched the Favre era, the Rodgers era, and now this. This one hurts. I'm not going to lie to you. We've seen this movie before where we trust the process and trust the internal development, only to see a crucial playoff game decided because a backup center gets blown up on a stunt. If I'm being honest with you, Packers Nation, I don't know if I trust Gutekunst's evaluation of the interior line right now. We are entering a Super Bowl window. You don't wait and see when a 27-year-old Pro Bowler who knows the state and the culture is available for mid-level money. This is a moment of vulnerability for the franchise because it signals that we might be over-leveraged or, worse, overconfident in a roster that still has fundamental cracks. Do I trust Goody here? Maybe, but that maybe is getting smaller by the hour. We are talking about the guy responsible for snapping the ball to a $200 million quarterback. You don't bargain hunt at the center position when your window's wide open. Now, let's get into those 3 reasons why this specific loss is a localized earthquake for Green Bay. First, the homegrown tax, or lack thereof. Biadasz isn't just a fit, he's a culture fit. When you bring in a Wisconsin Badger, you're bringing in a guy who was built for December at Lambeau. He started 84 games in this league. He's durable, he's seasoned. By letting him go to LA, we didn't just lose a player, we lost an identity piece. Second, the financial math is baffling. A $10 million AAV, average annual value for starting center, is the going rate. It's actually a bargain when you consider the projected contracts for guys like Tyler Linderbaum, who is going to reset the market. We had a chance to get a B+ or A player for C grade money. Third, and this is the part that keeps me up at night, is the domino effect on the NFL draft. Because we didn't sign Biadasz, every team in the league now knows the Packers are desperate for interior line help. We just lost our leverage. We've been here before, and it didn't end well. If we are forced to reach for a center in the first or second round because we have a literal hole in the lineup, we are passing on elite defensive talent or a playmaker that could have put us over the top. And here's where it gets dangerous for Green Bay. If we don't land a veteran now, we are looking at a rookie starting at center for Jordan Love in a year where the expectations are NFC championship or bust. Think about that. A rookie trying to navigate the defensive fronts of the Lions and the Vikings, while Love is trying to orchestrate a high-octane offense. It's a recipe for a slow start, and in the NFC North, a slow start is a death sentence. But the part nobody is saying out loud is this. Maybe the Packers aren't as aggressive as they claimed they would be. Maybe the all-in talk was just talk. Because if this is true, it changes everything overnight. Lambeau Field is about to feel the pressure of an unfilled roster spot that should have been addressed 19 hours ago. If you're finding this useful, drop a like. It tells the algorithm that Packers fans want real content, not hot takes. We need the front office to know we're watching every move. So where do we go from here? I see 3 scenarios, and frankly, one of them scares the hell out of me. Scenario A is the big splash. We go after Tyler Linderbaum. We pay the premium. We admit that missing Biadasz was a mistake, and we overcorrect by spending top of the market money to ensure Jordan Love is protected by the best. It's expensive, it hurts the cap, but it solves the problem. Scenario B is the Gutekunst special. We sign a bargain bin vet like Luke Fortner or Cade Mays, guys who are fine but don't move the needle, and we hope the coaching staff can work some magic. This is the aggressive yet frugal path that usually defines this era. Then there's Scenario C, the draft prayer. We do nothing. We go into the draft with the best player available mantra and end up starting a 3rd-round pick at center. This is the scenario that keeps me awake. We saw what happened to other teams that tried to cheap out on the offensive line. It ruins quarterbacks. It ruins seasons. Which one do I prefer? I want the aggression. I'm tired of seeing our rivals in the NFC North get better while we play it safe. The Detroit Lions aren't playing it safe. The Vikings are taking swings. Even the Bears are surrounding Caleb Williams with talent. If we stay stagnant, we are moving backward. The locker room feels it too. These guys want to win now. Jordan Love is a leader, but he needs a bodyguard he can trust. He needs a center he can have a shorthand with. You don't get that by shuffling the deck every 12 months. The impact on the NFC North is real. The Chargers getting Biadasz doesn't hurt us directly on the schedule, but it sets the market. It means the price for the remaining centers just went up. It means our leverage in trades just went down. The Lions are laughing because they know our interior is in flux. They know they can send those interior stunts and pressure Love right up the middle. This is a chess match, and right now, Brian Gutekunst just lost his queen. We have to pivot, and we have to do it fast before the remaining dependable options like James Daniels or Lloyd Cushenberry find homes in Chicago or Detroit. I'm looking at the landscape, and I'm worried. I'm worried that we are repeating the mistakes of the late Rodgers era, having a legendary talent at QB, but failing to put the final boring pieces of the puzzle together. Center isn't a sexy position. It doesn't sell jerseys, but it wins championships. Just ask Corey Linsley. Just ask the greats who have played in the green and gold. This is a legacy franchise built on the power of the offensive line. If we forget that, we forget who we are. I want to hear from you, Packers Nation. How are we feeling about Gutekunst missing out on the hometown kid Tyler Biadasz? A, I'm furious. This was a layup, and we missed it. Go get Linderbaum now. B, I'm worried, but I'll wait to see who we sign in the second wave of free agency. C, I trust Goody. He'll find a gem in the draft like he always does. Drop your letter in the comments. I'm reading all of them because this community, the Packers Perspective, is where the real talk happens. We're pushing for that 1,000 subscriber mark, and I need you with me. This is John. Packers Nation, let's go. Stay tuned because if a move happens, you'll hear my raw reaction right here first. Don't go anywhere. We have a long offseason ahead, and the drama is just getting started. One thing is for sure, the pressure on Brian Gutekunst just reached a boiling point. Let's see if he can take the heat, or if he's going to let the window close on us one draft pick at a time. See you in the next one. This was a tough one to record, but we tell it like it is. Go Pack, go.